Hey guys, Chris Dunn here, aka the Boogie Man. One thing I want to address is last week's episode, we was talking about staggered axles. I misspoke because I had bad information about why pro mods staggered their axles. So one thing that we're always going to do here on this channel is always try to give you the most accurate information we can, and that wasn't accurate. They do not stagger their axles due to they react so fast it'll make them red light. Somebody had told me, I actually had two people tell me that, they just didn't know what they was talking about. So I'd already did a little bit more research on this anyway, but Tim McCamus, which is a big time pro mod builder out about in the Midwest, and everybody knows who Tim McCamus is, he's got one of the most accurate videos on staggered axle I have ever seen. Man, he will explain to you how it manipulates the tree, how, you know, NHRA watches it so close because it's such an advantage on staggered axle that they are so adamant about checking all cars to make sure that you're not outside the rules because it gives you an advantage. So, like I said, we always want to give you the proper information. We apologize for that. You know, it sounds like Greg Porter when I say this, and I love this car. Y'all just don't understand how much I love this car. It was probably the easiest car I've ever built, just to be honest with you, from building hot rods. This is like 6th grade, where building a hot rod's like 12th grade just because of the complex parts on a hot rod. You're trying to shove things in little bitty places, big air conditioners and little bitty holes and stuff like that. This car here, this is just, it's I don't know how to explain how much I love this car. I get to race in this car all the time, and I get to feel this vibration in this car, and I've had 2 passengers in this car before, and I just shared something on Facebook this week, and it was a giveaway a couple of years ago. We give the original scoop off this car. I had built this new scoop. I'm nostalgic, but not that nostalgic, and I wanted to give something away from the car, so we did, and the coolest little guy in Atlanta won it. You can go to my Facebook page and check that out, but it gave me an idea. I'm going to give a ride away to a subscriber in the Boogie Man later this year. And I just want people to feel what it's like in this car. I want to give them a taste of what I'm used to in the car. So here's how this is going to work. To even have a chance to get strapped in to this monster and go for a ride, you got to subscribe. Just not view, you got to subscribe. Which is a little bit of a pain in the ass. Don't get me wrong. You got to open up a Google account, then set up your YouTube account. Hey, man, it's just part of it, okay? Set you up a Google account. Don't take but a minute. Set you up a YouTube account. Because here's what's going to happen. But between today's times, things are canceled in races and this and that. It don't matter. Come fall time, we're going to race. And if we don't race, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to rent a track and take you for a ride. So either way, you're going to get a ride in this car, whether we do it at a racetrack that I'm racing at, or I have to rent a track and you get a private session with me in it. Okay? So either way, you're going to get a ride in here. So think about it, guys. This is actually a gasser tip of the day. I got this cool clutch pedal I made a couple of years ago, and it's to help you with reaction time, because in this car, when I'm getting my best 60 foots, I've got the perfect wheel speed, which means your reaction times typically drop a little bit. So to counter that, what I come up with is this cool clutch pedal. And what this clutch pedal is it goes up and down with a set of holes in it. So the shorter you make it, the quicker your reaction. The longer you make it, the slower your reaction. And the first thing you'll say, well, you're just going to put it as short as you can to be the quickest reaction. That's not always true. Certain tracks, believe it or not, you may want to slow your reaction time up to get out of the hole like you want to. Now, I ain't been drag racing long, but I learned in one of these cars, and I know what it takes to make one of these cars fly. And listen to me, this is a good tip of the day for all you guys with gassers to do with these clutch pedals. You're going to love it. It's a piece of tubing with another piece of tubing with a section of holes with a 1/4 bolt. As you lower that pedal closer to the pivot point, it speeds up the reaction. The higher or the longer you take it from the pivot point, the slower it gets. Chris Dunn, tip of the day.